FlossTube, it's Sarah, our Stitching Kingdom, and I'm back. It's the end of January. It is actually the 30th today. I meant to come back next week, or last week, but it was my husband's birthday, so things got a little crazy. So here we are. This is a channel about cross-stitch. I'd like to thank everybody who is coming back, who is new. Hope that you'll stay around for a little bit of a visit. I'm really close to 500 subscribers, and when I reach 500 subscribers, I will be doing a really fun little giveaway I've got, and it'll be fun. It's just like super close. I was looking back on my Facebook memories, and a year ago I had hit 200 subscribers, and I had just started in October, so it was really kind of cool. It's not that I'm here to get subscribers, but it was funny to see how many people were actually interested and watching, and so I thought that was really kind of neat. So welcome, and we'll get into it. We do life stuff, we do lots of cross stitch, some other crafts, some patriotic stuff, especially with Girls' Day coming up. It's a fun time here. I do want to express my condolences to the family of Leanne of Lost and Floss, and just her loss has hit this community. I didn't watch her show, or her FlossTube, but I know of a lot of people that did, and just her kindness, and she was one of the epitome of what this community is about, and the kindness and the love that she had for everyone. So my heart goes out to her and to her family and to her friends, especially Barb, because you know, they were a tag team. They were together, and it's gonna be a hard thing for her. So love and prayers with them. Love and prayers with anybody down in the Puerto Rico, Caribbean area where they've had earthquakes, they've had a tsunami warning, they've had some pretty crazy stuff over there. And then of course our friends in Australia with the wildfires. Hoping that it's more rainy and that things are cooling down for you guys, and that that things will be getting better. It's one of those crazy things that the world likes to throw at us sometimes. But let's get into it. We've got a couple finishes. I need to find those. I reorganized a little bit, and so I can't find... Oh, there's my... I was looking for my notebook that's, of course, clear at the bottom. And come here. Clear at the bottom of my pile. Of course. Wait. Okay. So, what I want to start with is my finishes. I got a finish on, this is the Tiny Armada Designs Tiny Halloween Sale. There was a bat at the bottom. I should have put another table right there. There was a bat and two pumpkins at the bottom, but I omitted those. I thought it looked cute just like this. And so there's a cute little graveyard. And that actually looks much better much further away. When you look at it up close, it's really kind of messy. But I really like this black work design that's over Halloween, the little fence thing. Really sweet. Really cool. I had to do that for in Magical Stitches for something underground, and graves are underground, and fence posts go underground. And, oh, there's a better way to hold it. Ta-da! And this is done on Monster Mash. I think it's like 16 count 8. It came in a kit when she offered it. So, and she's about ready to have a little baby. If you don't follow her on Instagram, I love Armada. I love Christy at Armada Design. She is amazing. So I got to meet her in person at Comic-Con a couple times. So got that finished, and I also finished the top. Excuse me, and I'm fighting a cold. And so that's fun. But I finished the top of the drum for the Tiny Modernist Sleepy Hollow Stitch Along from 2019. I started in June and last year and finished it. And it's actually funny because I started June 27th and I finished it January 28th, so, which was really fun. So I got that finished, and so he'll go on top of, oops, he'll go on top of that drum, which is about the Headless Horseman. And so I have 3 drums to make. I need to have a finishing weekend, I think. Maybe President's Day. But I've got part 4 to finish. I think this is part 2. No, part 3 to finish, which is the witches and the cats. This is one of my favorites. And then, yeah, this is witches are part 3, and these cute little skeletons are part 2. And this one is 28 count cauldron. This one is 36 count ancient, I believe. And then this one, yeah, this is ancient, 36 count ancient. And then this is 32 count feldspar. So, and then this is 40 count oaken. And that's what they will look like. This is part 1. I finished this guy. This was my first drum. Super proud of it. And I finished it with the sparkly material on the bottom. So, oh, and my camera just decided to, there, flip around on me. So, but that's what they will end up looking like, but they'll be obviously bigger, so it'll be stacked kind of like a cake. So I'm excited to see that. That'll be fun. We'll put that right there. I kind of rearranged a little bit. You can see my nice pretty new cabinet. I'm gonna put a shelf behind, see where that spot is right there? I'm gonna put a shelf right behind me, some pictures, so it'll be fun. Another section finish I have, so I can put that guy right there, is I finished 2 things because you did not see my first girl finished. This is Stretching Portraits by Good Morning Maui. It's snowy and slushy today, so that's what you hear in the background there. But we've got Louise, the tightrope girl, finished. And then I finished the dynamite guy. And then I'm going to be starting on, I can't remember her name, but it's the Rest in Peace, Dear Departed George. So it was really funny. I finished this guy up on Virtual Stitchers, and Sammy was like, so Sarah, you gonna keep stitching on, what are you gonna do for the underground prompt if we get it? And it was like, not this piece. So I needed just a little bit of a break on it, but it'll be fun to finish that. And my camera keeps kind of tipping so that you guys can't see it, but I can. It flips me upside down so I can't see what I'm doing really. So there you go. And this is by Good Morning Maui. Yes, and I said a lot. I don't care. There's people out there that like to leave nasty comments, and I just don't understand that. But that is what the full piece will look like. And then I'm going to finish it into a drum. My cute friend Ray at Stitching Sunshine Ray, she finished it into a drum, and I saw it at Stitch West, and Laura Busby of Stitch and Maniac and I were like, okay, we're gonna stitch that and we're gonna sell it together. And I've been bad and not posted my progress pictures on Instagram, but don't you worry, I will be posting those. Okay, I'm gonna move you guys just a skosh. You can kind of see my mess. There we go, that's a little bit better. Okay, so got finishes out of the way. What else? Because it's been, a little bit. Okay, so things that I finished. I did 1,000 Stitches on Once Upon a Fairy Tale, which is Heaven and Earth Designs by Michelle Sayeda. No, Heaven and Earth is Michelle Sayeda. The chart is by Amy Stewart. It's one of her bookshelf charts. And that is what it will look like. I'm just doing the regular, simple 90 color size. None of this max color nonsense. super size max color nonsense. And so, and thank you again to Izzy showing us how to fit all this fabric into a wide, into an 11 by 11 Q-snap, and it's being ornery right there, but it's okay, it'll be fine. But there's my 1,000 stitches! It's actually a little bit over, it's like 1,200, but you can see the castle and the tree coming into play, and this is gonna get a lot of love this upcoming Extra Credit February, so hoping that I don't burn out on it, but I really want to get back to stitching it. It's really fun to stitch, and I'm really enjoying it. So, and this is in a Evertotes bag that I got from Carolyn. It was my very first one. I was so proud. Okay. Put you there. And then I also worked, and this is January, the week of January 13th. For homework, we did, let's see here, something I was enabled, and I stitched on our linens and threads 2020 Quaker. I wasn't going to do it. Then I saw it, and I was like, oh, I got to do it. Oh, I told you about that on my FlossTube. So, I got more done on my Quaker, and then I also worked on my blue Moroccan lace. And, let's see, do we get the Quaker this week at all? Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. That was just the eagle. So, and I'm going to be working on this Quaker this week as well, and next week. It was pulled for my whip go, and it's also going to work for a prompt in Enchanted Stitches. But here's where I am now. And I'm stitching this on Tombstone, 40 count Tombstone from Color and Cotton, with a Silks for You Hank. It's PR094, and I'm actually silk twins with Carla Rolodex Stitcher, so that's super exciting. Love her, she's so cute. So that goes over there. And then my blue Moroccan lace, I got over 600 stitches on this guy. So fun. And again, this is another one that is like I stitch on it and I'm like, well, why am I not stitching on this? Why do I not have all this time in the world? And my desk over here is a mess, so pardon my craziness. So I worked on all this area right over here. Filled that in. Lots of fun. I'm really liking the different blue colors. I think the prompt was it was to stitch on something delicate. And then I also stitched on, sorry. I apologize. Oh, and my B is for blue Moroccan lace for my alphabet soup series with semi-seam stitchers. I was like, what was it? I know it was something. So, and that semi-seam, that particular one is non-counting. They just want to see progress after 2 weeks. So I think 600 stitches is a significant amount of progress that I made. So there we go. And then let's see here. Get this guy back in, because if I don't put him away right away, it's going to be chaos and a mess, and we don't like it. So, shimmy on in there. And so, yeah, he's going away for a little bit, but that's fine. Okay. Moving on to last week. I was able to fit one project into everything for Imagine Stitches, and that was my Eagle by Sue Coleman. We had to do a poem on the 20th, or not on the 20th. It had to have like something you were stitching on had to have something in that poem, and then there were some 3-letter codes, that it had to have that in there as well. The something in the design had to spell, or had to be one of those letters. Our most boring project, and then we got bonus points to Cinderella's bonus stitches to Cinderella's castle if we didn't do penalty stitches, which was kind of cool. So I was able to have one project for everything, which I'm kind of aiming for, just because I don't want to change projects up as much. I'm really enjoying seeing progress and getting stuff done. So that's what I'm looking at. This is what the full picture will look like. It's Eagle by Sue Coleman. And this is where I am. I finished up this whole part. Let's see. I finished up this whole part. Sorry, my camera flipped on me again. Finished up, oh, right there. This whole part of the wing, and I moved over to the rocks, because he's sitting on a rock, he has talons, and he has an eye, and he's an eagle, and there's feathers. So that's how I kind of worked that out. This is a really interesting design. There's a lot of, I wish I kind of gridded the fabric before, but that's okay. I've only got his head to do up here. I've got 2 pages up here, and then the rest of this page, and then these 2 pages down here to finish. So I'm hoping I can get a finish on him maybe this year. We'll see. He is part of my WIPGO, and my goal, I think, on him is 2 pages to finish. I really need to look into like the days, stitching days and things like that. I might want to switch things up. Maybe next year, maybe in the middle of the year. Who knows? So, and that one's going to come out again for this week. Is it this week's extra credit or this month's extra credit? There, fixed you back. And then in Enchanted Stitches, I did a lot on most of my stitching was on stretching portraits. We had to stitch on something with skull or flowers. They all had skulls for stretching portraits. There's also flowers on Lillian's dress. The lady in the 3rd portrait over is holding a rose. Voice throwing to confuse Smee. I chose stretching portraits because it's going to be a drum, and drum finishes can be pretty tricky and can be confusing. Somebody with a hat or a cap, and that is those 3 gentlemen on the end in the 4th portrait are all wearing hats. And then to represent the crocodile, tick-tock croc, something cold-blooded, something green, clock or hand, they all had hands. There was a green alligator / crocodile in that first portrait with Lillian, so she got a lot of work. And then my eagle got 1,000 stitches last week, and then stretching portraits got over 1,000 as well, which was really fun. Sunday I finished Dynamite Guy while I was on Virtual Stitchers. It was really cool. So we spun the wheel. Our headmistress spun the wheel on Sunday night, and it landed on Underground was our thing, and that's where I finished up the Sleepy Hollow and my Tiny Armada, or Armada Designs Tiny Halloween. And because we needed to stitch in something that was underground, graves go underground, tree roots go underground, they were all on there. Fence posts go underground. I've also got Alphabet Soup starting with C, and my choice on that one is Cauldron Cleaner by Hands On Design. And this also works for my Enchanted Stitches, where Hook is going to trap Tinkerbell, or Smee traps Tinkerbell, and so I'm going to trap her in the cauldron, because there is a cauldron right on the bottom there. We're not going to fry her in the cauldron, we're just going to trap her. I'm so sorry, excuse me. So I got 256 stitches on that. I think I'm going to stitch a little bit more, because that is I want to get a few more stitches done on that to just kind of finish it out. Something that reminds me of my mom, I'm going to stitch on my Quaker because I'd like to finish out January in the next couple days. Probably not going to happen. Join the ranks or walk the plank. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that one. I might just skip that one. And then reminds me of the ship and what I'm going to do. And Enchanted Stitches now it has an option to do either stitches or time. And I've got 2 of my skulls here. Skulls reminding me of the pirate ship, and they are sparkly, or will be sparkly when we get the beads in. And so that's what happens when the ship flies away, is it becomes sparkly. So I'm going to take 2 hours and bead both of these, because that's about what it took. It took an hour to bead the first one, because, you know, you get distracted sometimes. And so I'm going to bead these this weekend. Or not this weekend, but yeah. This next couple days. I can't believe February's almost or January's almost over. We're almost in February. So hopefully that will be finished, and that will be another whip go goal finished. I finished my first whip goal on my stretching portraits. And then also for the month of February, the 2 that were called were my linens and threads Sal. Which my goal on that was, because when it was on the peacock one, was to have 3 months done, to catch up to 3 months. And this one, I just want to finish January and February and just stay caught up, I think, is what I'm going to try to do. My goal says 3 months, so to have 3 months done on it, but I'm hoping to just continue it for this year and just stay caught up with it. And then my other goal, or my other project, is Thine is the Trick and the Treat by Prairie Moon, who re-released some of their patterns online. And speaking of hard to find patterns being re-released, RETM, the beautiful designer of my Alice Quaker that I stitched, I will put in a picture here. So RETM, she is re-releasing her designs through Hoffman Distributing. So your online needle workshop, your local needle workshop, they will be able to order RETM designs from Hoffman. So excited, because her designs are amazing. I was looking through her album. She has, the Facebook page, she has this Quaker Fantasies, and I will put that below. It's not a group, it's just a page, like a business page type of thing. And she put in, I saw the Gobbletons, the turkey series. I messaged Carla Rolodex, and there was a Frankenstein and Elvira turkey, and I was like, did you see this? She's like, yes. So exciting to see these adorable and beautiful designs available to us once again. There's one that's called American Pride, and it's the map of the United States, and it's all Quaker. And then there's these cute little hearts that are like patriotic hearts, and so I'm like, I want to get those. So I need to stitch all the things. I'm so excited. But so I'm going to work on some of Thine is the Trick and the Treat. My goal is, I want to say, like 2 pages on this. So he's gonna get some love. And this one I'm stitching on 40 count Properly Primitive by Under the Sea Fabrics with, this is Dinky Dye's Night Sky. And this is what it will look like when it is done. A lot of people did theirs on with black. I like my purple and black. So that's Thine is the Trick and the Treat by Prairie Moon. There you go. But, and their PDFs are a little bit more expensive than the charts were, because I think this one was like $38, but I would rather pay $38 for it than, you know, what the going eBay price was for the paper copy. So but I was very excited when it was released. So I'm going to be working on that this month, for the month of February. And then, let's see here. Look at my notes. I apologize for going out of frame. And then, so plans. Thine is the Trick and the Treat. The Linen and Threads Quaker. Also tomorrow, or Saturday, we are starting Cinnamon Stars, Megan, May, and I. And that's Cinnamon Stars. I had to order in fabric, so it just ordered it from 123 Stitch, so it should be here hopefully tomorrow, so I can start it. I do need to get a couple more Q-snaps, I think. Put away that here. Oh, who knows. So, and then, so that's starting with Virtual Stitchers. With Virtual Stitchers, we are a closed group. You have to request to join. We have to know you. It's really unfortunate. We had an issue with somebody. I mentioned what was going on a couple weeks ago, that they were just mean and nasty. And it's not okay. It's not okay to bully people, and especially with Virtual Stitchers, where, you know, we're letting you into our homes. It's more of a private setting. I mean, FlossTube I can control. Virtual Stitchers I can't control. And we want to just have it be safe for everybody involved. And our administrators are amazing, and our moderators are amazing, and I'm so grateful that they didn't close the group for good, because that would have been, you know, really hard for a lot of people, because some of us, you know, can't get out of the house. I mean, I'm lucky I have stitching friends that are local, and I can meet up with them pretty much whenever I want. But some people are very isolated, and they're not able to get out, or they don't have the transportation to get out. And so that's what I love about Virtual Stitchers, is that you can get on and you can chit chat and you can, you know, be friends. It was really cute because Angie, the Hibernation Stitcher, gets on there, and she was talking about how she just fangirled EJ, and I did the same thing. I fangirled Sammy, and like, it was just like, oh my gosh, and I fangirled with EJ, and it's like, oh, I know you. Jessie Marie, when Jessie Marie got on, I was just kind of like, oh. And there's so many friendships that we've formed. There's so many amazing people that are in that community and in that group, and they care for one another, and they care for each other, and they care for all of you, and they don't want anything, you know, to happen. And so, again, you know, we want you to be nice, but, you know, feel free to send them a message and say, hey, I'd like to join, but we do have to, you know, you have to answer the questions, and you have to be honest, and don't be stupid. So, so that's a Virtual Stitchers one. There was also a red dress Sal with Gina. I'm sorry, Gina, but luckily she likes this monkey. But there was an inside joke with Virtual Stitchers, and Headmistress Vicky found this monkey because I had said something. It was stupid, but it was silly. But I was like, do you want to stitch my monkey? And we found a monkey to stitch. So Vicky found this for us, and there's a few of us that are going to be stitching this starting on the 2nd of February for the red dress Sal. She's going to be stitched, and I'm going to name her Annie, Miss Lisa, because she says she looks like Orphan Annie on the toilet. But she's going to go hang in my bathroom after I'm done. I'm doing her on an 18 count Aida. It's just simple cross stitch. Nice thing is it's only 165 by 200. So it's not too terribly bad. But yes, the toilet monkey will be stitched upon. I need to write her name so I don't forget it. And I'm going to call her Annie. So, that moves on to haul. That's part of my haul, was purchasing that adorable little chart that is pretty silly. Karina on Bags Plus, sorry. She makes these cute on her Etsy store, and then Michelle Bendy will have them as well. But these are little little 6 pocket floss buddies. She's calling them a flip, or no, I can't remember. I'll put it down below. But a mini flip, I think, is what she's calling them. But there's room for 6 flosses, there's room for a little bit more. But this is good when you don't want to have like your flosses just kind of flying everywhere, your bobbins or whatever. So I got 3 of those because they were a really good price. And then she threw in this bendy flip, which is 12 pockets. And then the back. And I have it in a Love You More studio sleeve because I've got my project in a hoop. But this is my car project. I'm gonna stitch on that in the car. So very fun. But I love these. I love the Bags Plus idea. I have lots of floss buddies. It's really nice to not have your bobbins go everywhere. I don't like mine on a ring really, so I got those. I had gotten needles, which are kind of boring, but I also got a ornament pack from Leslie at Under the Sea Fabrics. So I got some 28 count needles, and then I got these fun little, oh, that totally blew out the color. So this is Properly Primitive on 32 count. So these are small, nice little ornament smalls looking glass, which is one of my favorites of hers. And that's 32 count linen. That Properly Primitive was Joblin. Sandbar in Edinburgh, 36 count. I really like that sandbar. That's really pretty. That'd be a good sampler project. London Fog, 36, Edinburgh 36 opalescent. Look at that shine. If I ever redo my Alice in Wonderland, she's going on London Fog or Looking Glass. Beach Walk, which is on a 40 count Newcastle, which is really pretty. And Ain, which is a 55 count Kingston linen, which is really, really pretty and really, really tiny. Ooh, that'd be fun though. So, not doing any over one on that puppy though. Woo woo, no. Alright, so, got those. Put those back over here, crinkle, crinkle. I have, like I said, an order from 123 Stitch coming. I have an order from Michelle Bendy coming. I ordered some stuff on her D-Stash, and she's shipping that, which love her to death. I love Michelle and her family, and like just prayers for them at this time too, because as you know, he's been going through chemo and he's almost done. Like I want to say the 3rd is going to be his last chemo treatment, so hopefully everything goes good. But Vicky Stitch and Button, I ordered The Child, so was very excited. I had to me please it. And then she sent out Scrabble tiles with initials, and she was going to send me an S, but if you're a Star Trek fan, you know who this is. You know who this represents. A nice, lovely Q. So, of the the continuum, the Q continuum. So, I'm very grateful for that. And I giggled and I told her that I got it, and she's like, please tell me that you geeked out too. And I said, yes, I did, because I laughed. I saw the Q and I just died. It was great. I had to show my husband. I was like, look! She knows me! So, it's very fun. And then last, I got this from Bush Mountain Stitchery. They have not an unloading group, but they have like an overstock group of what's not selling in their stores or just they're wanting to turn over, and this is called You Teach. I'm not really a fan. That sheep looks really gray and grassy, like he's like moldy, so I might have to change that a little bit, but he's so cute, so I'm gonna stitch him for Alice's teacher. But that's all we've got so far. Nathan had his semi-finals for the Nationals for Cyber Patriots. They didn't make it, but they did get first in state for the state of Utah, which was really awesome. And then we had, what else happened? We've got dance stuff coming up. Extra practices. Dance season for us starts on the 28th of March with our first competition. We're just really loving it. It's going to be fun. I hope you guys have a great Valentine's. Other acquisitions I forgot to mention. I got Michelle Bendy's acceptance chart, which is good. She's selling that through Saturday. And then I also got, and benefits for that goes to Parkinson's. And I also purchased Lolly's quote from Doc Brown, and hers is only going till the 31st, so till Friday, her time actually, probably. And so get on her Etsy store, buy that. Both of those go to a great cause. I'm probably not going to stitch them anytime soon. I really want to, but I've just got a lot of things in the fire. I don't really want to do a new start except for on the 29th of February. I have a planned new start. I'm probably going to be doing one of my ballerinas that I got from my grandma, or one of the Quakers if I get it from RETM. So I hope you guys have a great week. Have a great day. Be kind to one another and come join us. Have a great day. Bye.